Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. AmusedJester. My name is Junior, and today we're going to be reviewing from the G.I. Joe Classified series, Big Lob. There he is, Big Lob. That one over there. That one. Okay, so let me get him out of the packaging and let's just talk about him. Why don't we? All right, so there it is. A lot of his packaging accessories. Excuse me for a second. So we know with the G.I. Joe figures, there's not going to be any kind of paint or very little paint, but we'll take a look at the accessories anyway. It's pretty good. The detail and everything is always top notch. Very, very happy with it. It's got something for the muzzle or the muzzle flash or whatever. Here's the pistol. That one's kind of disappointing. Doesn't have the texture on the grip. This one's kind of disappointing. Not a lot of detail on that one. See, this one has it, so I don't understand why the other one didn't. Then he comes with a grenade. Yeah, because he was tossing the grenade like a ball. And then you have this knife, which is also pretty good. Comes with a hand that has the ball in it, so that's pretty cool. Yep. And a regular hand over here. And here's the figure. Now, Big Lob, I'm like, one of the reasons I got this is like, I know people hated the G.I. Joe movie. I was okay with it, and he's one of the new characters that was presented in it. And remember, my G.I. Joe is coming from the cartoon, so getting new characters for the G.I. Joe team was kind of big. I'm not too fond, or it's not like a big revelation, or it wasn't a big moment in getting introduced to these characters. Jinx, Tunnel Rat, Big Lob, and Flash. It's the name of that guy in the Hawaiian shirt. Which it's kind of weird, but it's like I didn't get Mercer, the 2-pack with Sergeant Slaughter, because I already have Sergeant Slaughter. But he's not part of this group, though, I don't think. And then of course Falcon. Those would be the new recruits. But he would be the last one that I needed. But now I'm thinking about it, maybe I'm supposed to have gotten Mercer. I haven't seen the movie for the longest time. But there's the face, really good. And at the time, of course, I was younger, and I couldn't figure out why. Why would they put it felt so lame, a basketball player in the Joe team. And it's only now that I'm realizing, it's like, when this came out, basketball was really, really booming at that time. Like and I wonder if this was influenced by Michael Jordan. Now that I think about it, but I was like thinking maybe the thing of it is I'm not really into basketball, but I do know not Kobe, not even Shaq or anything. What I knew in terms of the basketball players that were OG to me was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson. God, who's the white guy? I guess that's only the one there was another guy, a white guy that was a player that was the rival of Magic Johnson, which is so funny. I just watched Air, and they were talked about over there. And this is the reason why I only noticed it now, because I did just watch Air yesterday. And I was wondering if this was influenced by Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan was having that phenomenal deal with Nike, and basically set the deal. But I can't believe Kobe Bryant was after Michael Jordan, and Charles Barkley. God, I'm old. Anyway, here's the figure. He's got articulation at the bottom of the neck, articulation at the bottom of the head, um, butterfly joints, articulation just like any other regular Joe team, double jointed elbows, in and out on the wrist. I love that it has this original cut. That's the way I prefer my Joes. I don't know why they started doing ratchets on the abdomen. I like it. I don't get me wrong. I like it. And look at that, and the tilt and everything. Does have a drop down joint on the thighs. Like Joe's got not a problem whatsoever on it. It's the perfect. Oh, I love that. Look at that. I love how they designed the ankle. And I mean, it doesn't have all the range. Oh, it does. Holy Converse. I know that. I wonder if it is supposedly more connected to Michael Jordan, because in the movie I heard he loved wearing Converse, but he was gonna switch over to Adidas, but it was Converse that he really likes to wear. Which of course I didn't know anything until that movie. But then he, but then he made that Nike deal. So I'm wondering. Wait, no, that's not. That's a GI Joe symbol. But I keep thinking that's the Converse symbol. I'm gonna have to look that up. So that's what confused me. I remember thinking Adidas had the three lines going this way, but the Converse, I remember thinking there's a star in the Converse, and no, it's not this particular design. This is the GI Joe design, but it does have a star, and it has that not a chevron, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't have any Joes to compare the height to. I guess here's Duke. Yeah, it's really nice and tall. Yeah. I believe this was $24.95. I can't remember. At this point, I'm not really nitpicking about the price. I've always said GI Joe was top of the line and everything. I believe this is $27.95 now. But he is a taller figure. I wonder if they made him more expensive because he's a taller figure. I'll have to look it now. I wasn't gonna look, but I'm gonna look right now. Right, so I look. He is $28, so they didn't make him much more expensive, much more higher price than the regular Joe price, which is $27.99. And before, I would value this guy at 12. It's a higher price, but still, it's. I kind of still accept it because it's still Joe's, and it's still a good product. I'm not gonna lower the price. I'm not gonna lower the value just because they up the price on it. The effect though is that instead of thinking as the GI Joe classifieds as the number one toy line there is, I did bump it down the entire line from being the number one to, if not number three, then probably number two. The Masterverse from Mattel, I believe, is now number one, and then followed by Mattel's cartoon collection, which is kind of weird, only because even though these guys have less articulation and everything, I have so much more happiness getting these toys than I am now with G.I. Joe Classified. It's a better toy, don't get me wrong. Better articulation, more accessories, a good paint job. It's just the price range of $28. But then again, these are $20. But I'm not gonna go deep dive on comparisons and everything. I just feel so much more happier with this one and this. But at the same time, I'm almost finished with the cartoon collection. I suppose if I look at all my characters, I can see how many more I would probably need just to finish the cartoon collection. But I feel the same way with the G.I. Joe Classifieds. I feel like I'm just kind of getting at the end of my collection with a lot of my lines. Um, but $28 is a lot to ask for a figure. I do have some comparisons, don't I? Um, yeah, I bought a bunch of those GI Joe Classifieds 2 pack, Steeler and something for $26, and those are 2 figures. Um, so it's just really hard for me to justify this price right now. And I think for this particular figure, I'm gonna take this out and I will display him with his hand that has the ball. This one is actually, sorry, this one's actually can be removable. Feels like it. Yeah. He has to be displayed with a ball like that. This one looks so awkward, but I know that's the way it's supposed to go. And basically leaves this guy. Maybe I'll put his gun over here. So yeah, this figure I believe will maintain the value of 12. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty stoked with this ankle articulation. It completely hides it, so I'm very impressed with that. I will keep the value of this particular Joe line to 12, even though it's a higher price. I think they did a good job on it. It just affects, I mean, like, it's just, there's just nothing that's going to bring up the value of the entire line to being number one anymore. Even though I feel like in the lifespan of my collections with Massiverse Cartoon Collection and G.I. Joe, they're all at the end stage of my collection. I'm not as enthusiastically waiting each announcement of new figures coming out. So they're all at that level at that point. It's just, it's just really high. $28. You guys are, unfortunately for you guys who are just starting your collection, that's what you're gonna be living with, and it's not gonna go down anymore. It's $28. They're kind of, I feel like Hasbro is trying to delay the inevitable for as long as they can, but it will be a $30 figure. These figures will be $30 very soon, I feel. Anyway, and I'm like out. I am out. And that's it for my review of Big Lob from Hasbro's G.I. Joe Classifieds. Thank you for watching. I hope, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I know I'm flying through this and everything, but I have a lot more to review, and I just want to get my table clear and start putting them on my shelves, and then cleaning up my collection space, so I can, while I'm still doing the Millennium Falcon build, because I have chores that I need to do in my backyard. I gotta work. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next review. Bye.